everybody, welcome to day 26 of Grace Changes Everything, and I've entitled today's message, That Which You Focus On, You Empower. You might remember that the big topic we've now moved on to is talking about why should I walk holy? And I want to start today with a couple of verses from Romans chapter 6, verses 6 and 7, and I'm going to actually read them from the Holman Christian Standard Bible. And this is what it says, "For we know that our old self was crucified with him, in order that sin's dominion over our body may be abolished, so that we are no longer slaves to sin." You have had, as a born-again believer, the power of sin broken in your life. And you have the resurrection power of Christ alive in you. Those are facts. They're not going to change. But those facts won't affect your experience until you know them and begin to live in the light of them. Walking in resurrection power in your physical life is dependent on knowing that your old man is crucified. If you don't believe that, you won't have any victory. And that's why so many people are stuck, because they don't know that simple fact and live in the light of it. You need to know the importance of this and focusing on that truth, because the principle at work is this: that which you focus on is that which you empower. The way you see yourself actually makes a real difference to the outcome and the way you live. The things that you dwell on and think about change your life. You see, seeing and knowing the truth allows new life to flow in you. It allows you to draw on that life of Christ that has been placed in your new born-again heart. And it allows you to, instead of focusing on old thought patterns, old ideas, old ways of reasoning, and surrounding yourself with all those things that reinforce those patterns, what we really want to do is empower the things that set you free from what has held you back. Another translation of those verses we read right at the start says this. It's a New Living Translation. It says, "We know that our old sinful selves were crucified with Christ, so that sin loses its power in our life. We are no longer a slave to sin." Now, you might be saying, well, so why do I still sin? Well, you have a new nature, but you still sin because you've got a body, a whole accumulated way of dealing with life based on old thought patterns, old ideas, old beliefs, old reactions, old situations. And just as when somebody dies, a person's spirit leaves behind a physical body, so your death that gave rise to your new life has left behind a body of habits, strongholds, thoughts, emotions. Now, here's the point I'm getting to. Christians sin because of unrenewed minds, not because they have a sin nature. You are a new creation, but you have, at the start of that, an unrenewed mind. But if you know that the sin nature's dead, and you focus on that fact and realise that fact and put your faith in it, you will see those old thought patterns changed and transformed and renewed. Nothing can stop you engaging with the new. The old is powerless to stop you. So I thought at this point it'd be just good to remind ourselves of some of the basic principles of why we should be holy and why we can walk holy. Firstly, you shouldn't sin because you don't have to, and sin is destructive. Secondly, you don't sin because it's against who you are. You're acting contrary to the nature, you're acting contrary to your very being. And you don't need to be any longer a victim of the destruction that sin brings in your life. You don't have to let it harm you. You don't have to destroy your relationships. You don't have to have your health messed up by all that sort of stuff. Now, here's something that's really important. I want you to listen carefully. Grace is not soft on sin. Some people say that. Some people say grace is soft on sin. But grace is not soft on sin. Grace renders sin powerless. It's much bigger and much more powerful. Grace is applied to your life by faith, faith based on knowing the truth, and that empowers you to overcome sin. So, Father, thank you for your Son who through the cross paid the price for my salvation, and he gave me the benefits of that sacrifice by faith. Father, help me to focus on the truth of my new life and my new nature, and that sin does not have dominion over me, so that change is empowered in my life. Amen.